All right, here we go. Sports Bet Betting Insight today. Pauly and Teddy, Tuesday, September 11th. Big game breakdown, 2 baseball games. More winners, hopefully. Haven't had a loser in 3 weeks. Winner last night with the Raider game under. We'll get to that coming up, and we'll recap, deep dive, what happened Saturday in college football. Bad beats, bad bets, bad for the books. Don't forget, Beat the Prick. 5 picks every week. 5 o'clock Pacific Eastern. You have to have those picks in. 5 plays to be eligible for the weekly prize. 70 total plays over 14 weeks. $50,000 in cash prizes. So Beat the Prick in the top 5 prizes. 10 grand, 4 grand, 2, 1,500, 1,400. That'll be paid out in Bitcoin. Good luck out there. SBR picks. And you're watching Sports Bet Betting Insight today. All the betting news you need to know in less than 20 minutes. Monday Night Football recap. Rams opened 3, bet up to 6.5, and the total crashing down from 49.5 to 47.5. Nice drive by the Raiders to start, but outscored 23-0 in the second half. A lot of firepower with that Rams team, and the defense shut down Carr, who had some horrible interceptions. The pick 6 by Peter sealed it.
Yeah, I mean, look, Oakland replaced 31 new players on their 53-man roster. That's an enormous amount of turnover for one offseason, and they looked like a team in rebuilding mode last night. The Rams were the class, and this was a game you could feel it coming. You could smell it coming. The money pouring in on L.A., the money pouring in on the under. It was a pretty bad result for the bookmakers. And, of course, with Gruden losing, Pat Shurmur lost, Matt Nagy lost, although he covered, the only one to cover. Steve Wilkes lost, Frank Reich lost, Matt Patricia lost, Mike Vrabel lost. Yeah, that's 0-7 straight up, 1-6 ATS for the coaches making their debuts with their new teams. Not a good week for not necessarily first-time coaches, but first-year coaches in particular. It was pretty ugly.
Yeah, see if that continues in week 2. That is something. And your boy Stafford looked good, Teddy. 4 interceptions, a couple defensive touchdowns. Darnold throws a pick 6 on his first pass, and they run out the Lions. Good composure by the rookie. And the thing that's got to be would bother me and worry me, number one, how bad Detroit looked. Patricia off to a bad start. But the Jets knew everything the Lions were running and all the hand signals.
Yeah, and look, I love you giving me grief about Matthew Stafford, and I deserve it. Certainly a pretty ugly showing last night. Let's give the Jets some credit for what they did. But first of all, good result for the books. The money came on the Lions. There was no one that was particularly excited about the rookie QB on the road. So this game being a teaser killer and all of that ended up working out very nicely for books both here in town and offshore. But Detroit had a terrible preseason. They got out-physicaled every week, and every week Matt Patricia's like, we're really going to concentrate on our physicality this week. Lo and behold, here's the regular season. Exactly what we saw in the preseason from Detroit. They got pushed around up front. Stafford made mistakes, and the rookie QB making his first NFL start was the better of the 2 quarterbacks last night. Jets power rating, bump it up a notch or 2. Todd Bowles getting the job done for New York, just like he did last year.
Yep, Lions couldn't run the ball again, and they were gashed on the ground by the Jets' 2 running backs. Bad for the books. Astros, $3 up to $3.60. Got as high as $4 here in Vegas. They win, don't cover the run line, but they win 3-2. And the Yankees, perfect against the Twins. They own the Twins the last 10 years. $1.50 up to $1.80. They win 7-2. Cover the run line. Yankees 7-1 since they acquired Happ. Bad bets. Dodgers again. They are second worst ROI, which is really saying something, because you have the Orioles, who of course are down 50 units. They have 102 losses. The Royals have 90-plus losses. But the Dodgers have a worst ROI, 170 up to 210. They lose again. They're 0-5 against the Reds.
Yeah, and look, again, the Nationals are another team that you would think, oh, my God, the Washington, they're below 500. They got all these high-priced pitchers. They've had a very disappointing season. No, it's L.A., ranked number 29th, which speaks volumes about being careful what you lay in baseball. The Dodgers have not been a good bet. At one point in August, I'm like, this team might be ready to go on a roll. Doesn't look like it's going to that roll is going to happen this year for the LA Dodgers. They're going to make noise. They're going to have to, A, make the postseason, and B, make some noise in the postseason. It doesn't look like it's going to happen in the regular season.
All right, a couple of bad beats. The Pirates plus 120, led 6-4 in the bottom of the 8th. The bullpen blows it. Cardinals win 8-7, and this was terrible. The Indians minus 145. Now the Rays knocked Kluber out of the game in the second inning. 5-4 Indians, bottom of the ninth, 2 outs, nobody on, base hit, 2-run shot, walk-off homer, 6-5 final, 12 wins in a row at home for the Rays.
Oh, nobody's talking about Tampa. 12 wins in a row. They're 33-8 in their last 41 at the Trop, dating back to June. All right, they're 17-3 their last 20 overall. Who's talking about Tampa? No one. Who's betting Tampa? You know, the A's have gotten all the love. Tampa has been very much under the radar. We'll get to the Rays again and the Indians matchup again for tonight. Later on, we get the big game breakdown.
And one more from golf. It was they had to push it back a day. The 4th round BMW Championship. Justin Rose was 12-1. All he had to do was par 18, hit a nice tee shot. Then the wheels came off. Bradley hit it into the stands, into the spectators on 18. He somehow, some way got out of there with a bogey. So Rose just need the par. His final putt lipped out. That would have won it. He goes to a playoff. He hits it into the stands. And Bradley wins a playoff. Tough one, 12-1 on Rose. An easy course where 20 under won it. 21 under. All he had to do was par 18. He couldn't do it. Tough beat there in the world of golf.
Like the show? Help us keep the lights on. Please make sure to comment, share, and subscribe to all the Sportsbook Review videos. Thanks so much. Best of luck. Enjoy the game.